Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. Hope you're doing well. Before we get into this video, I wanted to shout out the good people over at the Ridge Wallet who make these nifty, metal-plated, minimalist, elastic band snapping wallets with a money clip and a spot to hold your cards. They sponsor this video, they sponsor this channel. Hit up the link down there in the description box and use promo code FANTANO for 10% off your order with them. Let's get into the story right here. So what I have next to my head over here are the writer and producer credits and the track listing for this new surprise dropped Eminem album, Kamikaze. And there are a lot of interesting names that pop up in the writers section and the producer section of this record. I mean, one would think that Eminem actually took some of the criticisms that people had for his new album to heart, even though he's lashing out at everyone. He's telling it like it is. He's telling everybody off. Whoever dissed him or said a bad thing about his music, man, he's taking them all to task. But on this new record, he actually has like some pretty good and tasteful and contemporary and trendy producers on here. He's got Mike Will Made It. He's got Ronnie J. Even the people in the Swedish kind of electropop band Little Dragon have writer's credits on one of the tracks of this thing. So Eminem actually picked out some decent production and some decent producers. But you see, there are some people who I guess are not all that happy about their inclusion with this record, most notably, maybe the most surprising name to pop up in the writer's section here, more surprising than Kendrick Lamar certainly, Mr. Bon Iver himself, Justin Vernon, who has taken to Twitter because his vocals, which pop up on the song Fall, which I was surprised to hear when I gave the record a listen, his vocals pop up on a track that features some of the most problematic lyrics on the entire record, and now he's not that happy about it. It's not a good look for the Bon Iver brand, because a song where Eminem calls out Tyler the Creator and says, "Tyler create nothing. I see why you call yourself a bitch. It's not just because you lack attention. It's because you worship D12's balls. You're sacrilegious. If you're going to critique me, you better at least be as good or better." Like, Jesus Christ. The dude is said to be bisexual. Like, what the fuck? I mean, and maybe not even bisexual. Maybe Tyler, the Creator, is a homosexual. Maybe he is sort of partially out of the closet. We don't fully know yet. We know that he has hinted toward such things in his lyrics. I know that Eminem just kind of flagrantly lets that word fly without much regard for it, but it does make me wonder, and I guess kind of the phraseology of the lyrics maybe do point to this, but it makes me wonder if he knew that going into this bar and said, you know what, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to make myself look like a total asshole and do it. And yeah, he pretty much does. And by way of that, he makes Justin Vernon not look too good either. And Justin says, was not in the studio for the Eminem track. Came in for a session with BJ Burton and Mike Will. Not a fan of the message. It's tired. Asked them to change the track. Wouldn't do it. Thanks for listening to BRN. That's his new album project, his new collaborative project with Aaron, the dude from The National. So they wouldn't change the track. I don't know what exact changes he's looking for. Would M change his lyrics? Would they pull his vocals out? Was he just chilling in the studio with Mike and BJ and just kind of like riffing on some vocals, just laying down some tracks for whatever? Because if so, like, Jesus Christ, you've not just from the perspective of, oh, well, Eminem might have your vocals on a track and he might say something that you philosophically don't agree with or you're offended by. It's not even so much a matter of that. Of course it is, but it just kind of seems like you're letting so much of your artistic creativity go and just throwing it into the hands of producers and individuals who clearly are not handling it with the same care that you would, if I am to assume that you truly do have the total clueless separation from this song and this situation that you're claiming to have. Somebody who's been in the industry as long as Justin has been, someone with huge name recognition, I can't imagine that he would... It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that he would just like record random shit with guys like Mike Will Made It and just say, yeah, do anything with it. Oh, will you change that? No, I have literally no control in this situation. Okay, bye-bye. I guess it's really unfortunate, the position that some musicians find themselves in the industry. I guess just try to be more careful next time with who you allow to have control and ownership of the things you do and record. Because I guess it can come back to bite you, and you'll have to go onto Twitter for a bit of a mea culpa and hope that people don't take issue. He sort of follows this statement up saying, Eminem is one of the best rappers of all time, there is no doubt. I have and will respect that, though this is not the time to criticize youth. It is the time to listen, to act. It is certainly not time for slurs. Wish they would have listened when we asked them to change it. Yeah, I pretty much agree. It's a cringy moment on the song, a cringy moment yet again for Eminem. And I don't know, it's just not a very good look, I guess. And, you know, I'm not saying that people can't express themselves the way that they want to, but here's the thing. Eminem, one of the top rappers in the game, he's in his 40s at this point. He's clearly trying to reach out and not make some kind of clever statement by use of this slur or anything else. It's not even really the slur as much as it is his employment of it. Like, how does he use it? What does he do with the word? Basically, attack somebody who has pretty much hinted in their music that they're not exactly straight, a fellow artist who, I mean, is connecting with the youth, for all intents and purposes, is making better music than you right now. Like, in comparison with Flower Boy, Eminem's last record, Revival, is absolute dog shit. Like, there's no comparison. There's not a single song on Revival that bests a song on Flower Boy. Even with Eminem rapping consistently over the record, like, mechanical animal, blah, 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 a lyrical miracle, a spherical piracle. Like, okay, we get it. You can rap fast. It's basically like watching somebody jerk off fast at this point. It's not that impressive. You've been doing it for a long time. Like, honestly, how does your music sound? What are you saying? How are you saying it? What's your message? Like, these things matter as much as, if not more, than the speed at which you are rapping. Like, we really don't need it. And especially if you're just gonna be a jackass with it. You know, it's also funny that there's a point on the album when he talks about his influence over Hopsin. While Eminem also has had influence over Tyler, there's very clearly a Tyler influence rather than an Eminem influence on Tyler's work early into his career. And I guess the point I'm trying to make here is maybe Eminem should be appreciative of what little influence he has left in hip-hop and the music industry. Because here's the thing, like, I can't think of an artist who was as huge as he was in the 2000s, but like push the clock forward 10 years. And there is really so little of Eminem's sound and influence in rap right now. There really truly is. You know, it hasn't disappeared completely, but it seems like people are actively trying to scrub it away or just go into different directions. And the artists out there who are very much influenced by what he does, they're either influenced strictly by the best and earliest records in his career, or they number as some of the cringiest and most awful and unpalatable rappers in the game right now. Whether you're talking Hopsin, whether you're talking any number of these white guys who can't stop rapping like they're a constipated Energizer bunny. So I'm going to leave it at that. Justin Vernon, unfortunately, again, embarrassed about his inclusion in the new Eminem album. Kind of sucks. But I guess let this be a cautionary tale for him and anybody else who just kind of records whatever with whoever and allows them to do anything they want with it, I guess. So you're the best, you're the best, you're the best, you're the best. Over here next to my head is another video that you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Justin Vernon, Eminem, forever.